Okay, this is how you will use the vSphere environment for OSUIT. This page is one that I have on my courses. This may not be the same you're looking at if other faculty are using this video, but there are some certain steps you have to go through, and I'm going to go through those. The first one is if you don't have the vSphere Client 6.0 software, if you will click this link, it will take you to a page that allows you to download the executable. I already have it on my machine, so I'm going to cancel this and close this window. And we're back where we started. Now, we're going to be using the OSUIT School of Information Technology environment, and there are some instructions on using it. I'm going to go over it, but you can always go back to this. And this is the older version of the vSphere environment link, but you've got the new one on the course website. It looks like this, and you're going to, in this spot where it says IP address and name, you're going to put in okm-itd-vcenter-01.osuit.edu. Your username is going to be OSU / your OKey short name, and the password will be your OKey password because we're set up with the Active Directory. It shows what will happen, and it shows what it looks like when you get logged in, and then it also shows where you can start a virtual machine and where you can use the console, which has a separate window open that allows you to take screenshots of the active window, and you don't have to show the rest of this. There is also a tab for console, but I would suggest you not use that because this separate window works a lot better. All right, so back to where we were. I'm going to open my vSphere, which is going to be different from what you're used to seeing. You'll notice that I can use my Windows session credentials, but I'm going to okm-itd.vcenter.01, and I'm using the OSU / and my short name, and obviously my password is the same as my password to log into our campus network. You would use your OKey account, and I'm going to log in. It will connect, and it will look something like this, and I'm going to try to window this to make it fit into where I'm recording so you guys can get an idea of what this looks like. All right, this is what you will have when you log in. Now, I have access to everything because I'm an administrator. You will only have access to your class. And you will probably start with something that looks like this, and then you'll expand it out to ITD, and then you'll expand it out to the OSUIT, and then you will find, if it's lower division, you will find your courses here. If it's upper division, you will find them under here. And depending on the course, you would select that course, and it would expand out to the next course. So I'm looking at the management. Let me go into network infrastructure, say 3253, and then underneath students, you would have a folder with your name on it that has your rights inside that folder, and all your machines would be inside that folder that you're going to use for the class. This goes the same way for any classes that are using the virtual environment. So this is not hard to do. Just remember that when you go to when you start a machine, you need to use the, let me find, I haven't got them set up for this semester yet. Let me find one that's got one in here, and I'm thinking database does. Okay, if I wanted to start this machine, which these are last semester's machines that are going to be deleted, you'll notice at the top there's a start button up here, and there's the console button up here. When you click that console button, it opens a second window that your operating system will be working in. And this is how I would suggest you doing it. You'll notice there's a console button up here. If you click that console button, it shows you that there's two people connected to your VM, and it's because you're clicked on the console plus clicked on this. In my classes, I want you to use the active window. So once you have this window active, you just hit Alt and then print screen on your computer, and it will allow you to capture that information just in this window, so you won't get all the rest of your desktop. And then when you get through, you just close it. Remember, if it's a GUI-based operating system, you must install VMware Tools, which the way to do VMware Tools is you go to, once you have it opened, you will go to the, let me power this one on and open it up. You will notice at the top there is a VM and guest and install or upgrade VMware Tools. You have to do that on every GUI-based operating system you install. Now, if it's Linux, there will be different instructions, but basically it's very similar. And once you get this up and running, you're running it on our machines. You can do anything you want to, and make sure that when you get through, you shut your machine down. You don't need to leave the machines running. And once you start to shut down, you can close this, and you will notice it has a green arrow showing that it is running. And when it gets through shutting down, it will that arrow will go away, and you will know that you have completed that. There it goes. It's gone now. So that's a brief introduction to how you would use the VMware client. If you have a client software that is running and needs to update, you can close the console and it won't stop the machine unless you tell the machine to stop. There will be a video below this one that will explain how to use the web client, which is a little different, and you can view that video if you want to use the web client.